Hi, this is Tommy. Welcome back to another RV tour. Today I'm here with Brad. And Brad, what are we looking at today?
This is the 2025 Greyhawk 30Z by Jayco.
This Class C motorhome has been a top seller of the Jayco Greyhawks for a long time. That 30Z with the 2 slide outs. We're going to go through this and show you inside and out. We're going to open up compartments on the outside, cabinets on the inside, give you a good thorough look of this motorhome. But stick around to the end because Brad and I are going to talk about a few things that stood out to us about the exterior and about the interiors of this model. So stick around for the end. If we don't mention something that really stood out to you, please leave your comments down below. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe to the channel. I would truly appreciate that. And I hope you enjoy this video tour. Okay, thank you for watching the video. So what we're going to do now, we're going to talk about a few things that stood out to us about the exterior and about the interiors of this Jayco Greyhawk 30Z. And if we don't mention something that really stood out to you, again, please leave those comments down below. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe to the channel. I would truly appreciate that. And if you know someone who's in the market for a Class C motorhome, this is one they're probably going to want to check out. So please share the video. I would appreciate that as well. All right, let's get into what stood out to us about the exterior, and then we'll talk about the interiors. Brad, what's something that really stood out to you here about the exterior?
One of my favorite features of the Jayco Greyhawk is the JRide Plus suspension package. There's usually a sticker right here designating that being present on the unit, but every Greyhawk comes with that. They upgrade the shock absorbers to a higher quality aftermarket shock absorber. They upgrade the anti-sway bars to much thicker anti-roll, anti-sway bars that prevent any sway in the wind. And then they also increase the number of rubber mount body bushings where the body is actually mounted to the frame. All of this adds up to make the Greyhawk the best riding and driving Class C motorhome on the market, bar none.
Okay, and something that really stands out to me about any of these Jayco Class C motorhomes is going to be the seamless front cap. You don't have seams here on the side that are running, and you just really have much more protection against any of that moisture that's in the air that would be hitting those seams as you're traveling. Used to, we would get trades in of several different brands of motorhomes, and always what we would look for was the front cap if there was going to be water damage, and it was most of our Class Cs that we saw. Jayco moved over to this seamless front cap years and years ago, and we've really not seen those issues because there's no penetration point here for moisture. Something else is on a Greyhawk, you have this what they call a fiberglass side wing here at this transition area. Your seam is on the side instead of on the front. So again, it protects you from catching that moisture that's in the air, and it's just giving you that much more protection when it comes to preventing water leaks.
Another one of my favorite features on the Greyhawk is Jayco makes the effort to mount the side view cameras in the mirror housing. Most manufacturers will mount this camera either here on the fender or in the sidewall of the coach. Both of those giving you not as good a view as having it in the side view mirror, and creating more potential leak points by having holes drilled in the fender or the body of the camper. Jayco is one of the only manufacturers that includes this molded step to get into the cab. Most manufacturers will just put an extruded aluminum running board here that looks as an add-on or an aftermarket product. With this molded product, it actually ties into the body of the camper and creates a more seamless automotive style look.
Okay, so earlier I talked about the fiberglass, one-piece fiberglass front cap, but as you keep looking up here, you are going to see this one has a solar package. You can typically see that from the ground as you look up. A big solar panel is already here mounted on the roof, and you'll notice 2 ACs. Most of your Class C motorhomes out there are going to have 1 AC. This is still on 30 amps, but it's got a power control system that's going to make it to where it can monitor how much power is being used. If you turn, let's say, the microwave on and it's too much wattage that the microwave's taking up, it'll actually, on its own, turn that back AC off. And when the microwave is finished, that back AC will turn back on. So it helps and it monitors, making it to where you can have 2 ACs on a 30 amp system. That's absolutely a feature that stands out to me on this Jayco Greyhawk.
The Jayco Greyhawk comes with a receiver hitch factory installed. This receiver hitch is rated up to 7,500 pounds towing capacity, 750 pounds tongue weight. Most manufacturers in this size and style Class C limit this to 5,000 pounds tow capacity, 500 pounds tongue weight. Additionally, Jayco includes a factory installed 7-way plug that integrates with the Ford factory wiring, and also makes it much easier to add a brake control if you're towing a trailer with electric brakes on this tow hitch.
Okay, there's a lot that we could talk about here on the outside, but there's just a couple more things that I'll point out. This does have frameless windows. Definitely a nice upgrade instead of having your frames here that can go bad whenever you, over time with even like the black streaks and those kind of things that can occur with the frames. This one's a much sleeker, nicer looking window. It does open up a little differently as well. It's going to open up from the bottom out. So if it's raining, you can still leave the window open for some cross ventilation and the rain will just drop off the bottom of the window pane. But also this year they've got the JBL sound system. You're gonna have that inside, but also a nice JBL speaker here on the outside of your patio area. Definitely a couple of features here that would stand out to me on the patio side of this Jayco Greyhawk.
So the Jayco Greyhawk 30Z has got a fully equipped camping kitchen. You've got, starting with a double bowl sink, stainless steel, that includes both a cutting board and a drain rack for draining your freshly washed dishes. Gooseneck faucet that makes it easier to fill pitchers, moving around. Built-in wireless cell phone charger that also doubles as both a 110 volt outlet and USB outlets. Moving around, you have a water resistant backsplash behind the stove to prevent any damage to your wallboard from any splashes or that may come while cooking. Gas oven as well. And then moving further around, you have a 12 volt refrigerator, where in the past this unit would have had a dual fuel refrigerator that worked off either LP or 12 volt or 110. This one is 12 volt and is compressor driven, so it'll behave more like your refrigerator at home.
Okay, a few things here about the living room that I would want to point out that stood out to me is, first off, you got some really nice theater seat recliners here with a little console here in the middle. You've also got, instead of it being a manual system that you're going to hit a little lever to come out and in, you've actually got your power here that you hit your switches on for those to go out and in. So much, much nicer. You see that in a lot of your really high-end motorhomes and higher-end luxury fifth wheels. You have it here in this Jayco Greyhawk, so absolutely something that stands out to me. And then right across from your recliners, if you want to come take a look over here, you've got a really nice big flat screen TV with your fireplace, and of course your JBL sound system and all that is there as well. But again, really well positioned right across from your recliners. Brad, what stands out to you here about the overhead cab on this motorhome?
So Jayco includes a queen size overhead cab bed. And as you can see, with the automotive style windshield in the front cap, there's actually an electric blind that comes down to cover that for privacy and to prevent solar energy from coming in. Mm-hmm. The other issue is if you're putting small children up here, they include a safety net that attaches to these seat belts up here to prevent small children from rolling out at night when they're sleeping. You have storage cubbies along both sides, as well as 110 volt outlets and USB outlets to charge phones, tablets, what have you.
Okay, very good about the front cab. Absolutely some really nice upgrades there. Also right here at the dinette, Jayco does something that is actually patented by Jayco. If you want to take a little closer look here as to how this table is attached, you've got these little teeth here that just fit right in to the part there on the wall to give it a very secure, really stable feel to the table, but also it's really easy to convert into a bed. You typically have to wrestle around with a dinette bed and the poles and all the other little contraptions. This one, you pretty much just reposition your cushions, disconnect that from the wall, and then you push down and it's ready to go. You just then fill everything in with cushions, but when you're ready to make back into a table, it just comes back up. Very, very simple to do. Anybody could convert this into a bed. You don't have to wrestle around with really anything. It shows a few things in that little hallway, the bathroom and bedroom that would stand out to you when it comes to some of those features. I'm going to have you kind of give us a guide back there.
One of the most unique things about this particular layout is they put pocket doors both at the front and the back of the bathroom area. So to get full privacy across the bathroom, you can close the bedroom pocket door and then close the front pocket door, and then you have the space all the way across.
Absolutely.
For your bathing and bathroom usage.
Very good. And there's a lot of storage in there too.
Yeah, you have very large cabinets for all your toiletries, all your linens, under the sink. Huge medicine cabinet. The bedroom also has tons of storage, cabinets floor to ceiling here, plus on both sides of the bed. One of the neatest things also that's been that Jayco has added in the past couple of years is the blinds. So as opposed to the pleated blinds that a lot of manufacturers use, Jayco uses these premium roller shades that actually block out all of the light, and they're easy to deploy.
All right, and then as we're wrapping up here in the bedroom area, a couple more things that stand out to me is the amount of counter space that we have here. Instead of just having a little nightstand, you've got plenty of room to put your devices and plug-ins. And you've also got plug-ins here and a little shelf down below and a drawer. So there's a lot of nice space here in on this side of the bed when it comes to counter space. And then you've also got a 24-inch smart TV that's already included. You don't have to go out and buy a second TV for the bedroom. It's already there. So a huge TV in the living room, also another TV here already equipped in the bedroom.
A couple of features that Jayco does different than the other manufacturers in the cab. Number one is this floating screen radio unit that also serves as a screen for your backup camera. And then it has it's upgradable to satellite radio, and then something as simple as the seating. Most manufacturers will just use Ford's factory seats as the cab comes from the factory. Jayco actually upgrades these seats to something that's much more comfortable for the long haul.
Okay, so thank you again for watching the video tour today. I hope that as we went through and showed you the up close and inside of compartments, those really in-depth views of the motorhome, I hope that was helpful, but also as we gave you our takeaways as to what stood out to us. But again, if we didn't mention something that stood out to you, please leave your comments down below. We would truly appreciate that. We'd like to hear from you. Any feedback you would want us to pass on to Jayco. We've got friends that have worked for Jayco for a long, long time. We can reach out to them and pass any of your feedback along too. So don't hesitate to leave any of that down in the comments section. Brad, I do appreciate you joining us today.
Tommy, thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell people about our wonderful Jayco products. They're a great product, and I love telling people about them.
Absolutely. Brad has been around campers all of his life, but also you've been selling Jaycos for how many years?
27 years.
27 years, so he's seen a lot of changes in the Jayco lineup over those years, and it's always a pleasure to have him here on the channel. But again, if you haven't yet, please click like and subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. And if there's anyone that's in the market for a Class C, absolutely this model should be under consideration. Please share this video with a friend and contact us if you yourself would like more details about pricing or more details about the options. All of my contact details are down below. Thank you again for watching and have a great day.